All right, we're back for another Friday financial wrap up with Mr. Michael Zuber. How are you, Michael?
I'm doing well, man. Out here traveling, trying to change people's lives, tell them how to get wealthy. And so it's not going to be as stable. Hopefully, sound is good, but we still got to make it happen. We got to do the work.
We still got to do the work. Folks, this is for Friday, September the 26th, 2025. Now, we are recording this show. This is a Friday show. We're recording it on Thursday. You can see, where are you? And talk about where you're at and what you're doing today.
Yep. So we are in Huntington Beach. We took a drive out for Thatch Nguyen's event. We're speaking bright and early, and I appreciate it. And yes, how do you like my new car?
I love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
Just to be clear, that's not my new car. That's one of Thatch's many toys.
I love it. You know what's great too is that your talk tomorrow, we'll talk about that at the end, or your talk, we'll talk about at the end of this show. Let's get into it. So we're recording on Thursday. Let's talk about the Fed. Fed speak, the dust is settled. What do you make of Fed speak and what's going on with the Fed?
Well, this week's been very interesting because we've had upwards of 15 different Fed presidents speaking, a couple of them multiple times. And I think we're learning something. We're learning who's a hawk and who's a dove. We're learning who's concerned about inflation and who's concerned about jobs. And that's more important than I think people realize, because what we're going to be able to do over the next 4 to 6 weeks is watch the data and see who gets more convinced or anchored on their opinion and who might need to change their opinion. Because what we're going to see is data coming in one way or the other. And that's going to be like, oh, so, Mary Daly from San Francisco might have to change her opinion. Or Mary Daly may be more convinced. So they're telling us what they think and what they're looking at. So it's time to pay attention.
Time to pay attention, folks. And it's interesting. Now we're starting to see that a little bit of a divide and people going in different opinions, a very wide and deep dot plot, right?
Exactly right. There was the Fed's broken right now, or it's being divided, and we're learning who's a hawk and who's a dove. So pay attention, folks. This will be important.
This is important going forward. Thank you for doing the work, Michael. Let's talk about new home sales. What did you see this week in your take?
Well, so we'll talk the number, and then we'll talk why I think it's dirty, and maybe it's not the good thing that it's coming out. So again, new home sales, frankly, blew it out of the water. Last month, they were 664. They were expected to drop to 649 and tie. They came in at 800.
Wow.
800,000. Now, if you were just somebody who read the headlines, you would go, okay, big number, doomers are wrong. But I'm smarter than that. We're smarter than that. And I want to let you know a few things about this, again, dirty number. First and foremost, new home sales is kind of misleading. These aren't actually sales, i.e. closing. They're contracts. And that's important today because what we've seen over the last 6 months is a lot of cancellations.
Yep.
So just because there's 800,000 contracts, doesn't mean that there will be 800,000 closings. And if anything, over the last 4 or 5 months, we've learned that somewhere between 10 and 20% might be canceled. Second, we've learned from Lennar and KB Homes that builders have more inventory and they are frankly getting aggressive and blowing it out. This is a good thing for people that are investing or buying now because they can get deals, but these will disappear. Home builders are motivated sellers, but they won't be forever.
Yeah.
So again, we're going to see a distorted number, more units than expected for a couple of months, and then it's all gone. They're not building anymore. We are seeing home sales exceed new builds or starts, and that's not good long term. Supply is going down. So I think what this number shows is just builders are getting aggressive. They want to blow out inventory. And if you happen to be a buyer, go nuts. But 800,000 is not like the recession's over or good times ahead. It's certainly not that.
We're in a weird time, right? I mean, it's just again, uncertainty still prevails. Is that accurate?
What I would tell you is this is what a buyer's market is. This is a buyer's market. Motivated sellers. Builders are motivated sellers. Again, you can call it a weird market because buyer's markets don't last forever. And if you've been in the game less than 12 years, you've never experienced it. But I've been here before, and this is what I expected. And I've called, frankly, the last 3 or 4 months. This is all going to plan, in my opinion.
All going to plan. Yes, it is. Let's keep going. Let's talk about the weekly unemployment claims.
Yeah, the weekly unemployment claims, boy. We had a number 2 weeks ago, Labor Day week, where you and I talked, and I'm like, yellow flag. Remember, it popped 261. And I'm like, guys, dirty number, 4-day work week. Let's see what happens. The following week, it went right back to 232 or 233. This week, Ty, 218.
Wow.
So if
Okay.
you're out there saying jobs are falling apart and the labor market's weak and yada, 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 and we just posted the lowest weekly unemployment claims in a while, your story is starting to unravel. And if you're
Yep.
on the other side of the fence saying the job market is strong, like Daily, your call's looking better and better. So this is why we got to pay attention to the opening, like what's the Fed saying, because we can track numbers and go who's right, who's wrong, who needs to change their opinion. So if you're in the camp today, which I am not, that the labor market is strong, this weekly employment claims makes your case look better. I'm not saying I'm there, but you know what? You got to tip the hat going, oh, well, that data point, not helpful for the folks that say a weak market.
Very interesting. Now, last week we were at like what, 250?
No, 233. It went from
230.
261 to 233 to 218.
Okay, interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Man, talk. Good thing we got you, Michael. Thank you for the work you do. Let's keep going. Let's talk about Q2, right? Let's talk about GDP.
Yeah, so the government puts out the third revision of GDP. Typically speaking, going back and look at history, there are only minor revisions.
Okay.
So we'll go through the three numbers from memory. So the first time Q2 GDP was reported, it came out at 3%. Second time it was reported, it came out at 3.3. The third and final time, which came out this morning, 3.8. A half a point revision on the third print is not normal. But you will see 3.8% Q2 GDP 2025 on every chart going forward. So it is hard to have a recession when your GDP is 3.8%, which Q2 was.
Interesting. 3.8. No recession. Maybe I heard there was a guy I know, he talked about a rolling recession. So
That
maybe
guy's pretty smart. Yeah.
I think that guy's
that's
pretty
what it is.
smart.
Yeah.
The viewers at home, the frequent viewers know who we're talking about. So let's keep going. Let's talk about durable goods. What happened this week?
Again, durable goods. So durable goods are items that last 5 years or longer. And durable goods going up or down is really a sign of what consumers are thinking about, right? Because you don't need to buy them all the time. Refrigerators, washer dryers, cars, things of that nature. Durable goods last month, negative 2.7. Consumers pulling back. Expected to decline an additional 0.4. Ty, up 2.9%. Up big time, beat expectations, more, not less. Again, hard to have a recession when durable goods are up 2.9%.
Wow. Here we go. Durable goods up. Let's talk about PCE. We're recording this on Thursday, the 25th of September. Tomorrow, PCE. What do you anticipate? Tell us how important that PCE number is going to be tomorrow.
Well, PCE is the most important inflation reading. Why? Because that's what the Fed tells us the most important reading is. So again, we're going to take them. And again, it's PCE core if you really want to get specific. So last month, PCE headline was 2.6 and core was 2.9. It's expected to come in at 2.7. So headline is expected to go up. Core is expected to once again be 2.9. So again, kind of flat going forward. But yeah, we got to pay attention to this. Again, the Fed, as we open with, some are pointing at inflation, some are pointing at jobs. We got to pay attention to both and see who's right.
Jobs, inflation. That's what that is going to be obviously the thing for the Fed. Let's talk about now. So you're speaking, you're at Thatch to Win, our dear friend. Tomorrow has a live event in Southern California. Talk about your talk. I know that I know you recorded something. Talk about your talk. I thought it was so impactful and so good. I think it is the modern today. Everybody used to talk about Rich Dad, Poor Dad. There's still a lot of buzz from that. That was kind of early 2000s.
Yeah.
I feel like going forward in 2025, your talk and your message is the message. Talk about what you're presenting tomorrow or today.
So I've been working on a presentation that I'm really calling for everyday wealth builders. It's how to get wealthy. And I've spent upwards of 150 hours of my personal time on this. I gave it for the first time in Orlando a couple weeks ago. I'm giving it again at Thatch's event. I will give it again at Bigger Pockets in a couple of weeks. And this is it. This is how you get wealthy. You can't argue with the process. It's hard, it's discipline, it's focus, it's all the things we talk about. but it's finally coming together for me as the mission we're on. I want people to know if they want it, they can get it. And, you know, there's quotes, there's, you know, images that my team has built. And, you know, I'm trying to shake people and create belief. And yes, I gave the first talk. I think it's on my channel. It's a 49-minute presentation. I think I called it life-changing presentation.
Yes.
I'm going to hope to get it again from Thatch. Teams recorded. I'll get it again at Bigger Pockets. And this is what I want to be known for. I want people to realize that it's in their control. And, you know, I'm not here to sell any easiness. I talk about the first 5 years suck. You got to fire your friends. It's all my stuff just wrapped up together. And I'm hoping it's impactful. So we'll see.
It is absolutely impactful. Folks, go check it out. It's the best 49 minutes of listening anything out there. And it just goes back to the foundational, super basics, but really, again, everyday wealth building, everyday wealth builder. So I love it, Michael. Any other just kind of with school or with the event or a tick Eventbrite, they can go to one rental at a time for Eventbrite. Is there still a special? There's still a special though, right? You're running a special?
Yeah, just for September. If you buy your tickets, you're going to get $100 in teachable credits. You can get courses like Get Your Money Right, Deep Dive on Buy Box, Debt Equity, you know, out-of-state investing, or you get $100 off the big course. And, you know, it's all there for you. Plus, we're going to have an October conversation. It's going to be very intimate. I think we've only sold 10 to 12 tickets in September. As of right now, we may sell 20. So again, it's going to be a very intimate call in October, just with September ticket buyers. And because I wanted to encourage things, I'm going to mail you an autographed book if you buy your tickets, which is a very unique thing. You can get either of my books autographed. And if you are buying 2 tickets, I'll send you both.
Love it, Michael. Michael, thank you for all that you do. Have a great time with Thatch and the group down there. Thank you for all you do. Have a great weekend.
Ain't that a beautiful car?
It is beautiful. Absolutely. I love it. Have a
Take
great
care,
day.
family. Bye.